What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Joby Butler Has a Podcast. Today, I am joined by two people that beat the hell out of me yesterday at VO2 Fitness Gym, right?
Yes.
Got that name right?
Yes.
Joe Studer and Jessica Emerick. What's up? You guys living the dream today?
Yeah.
We
So-
are happy to be here.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys are here, too. So, yesterday, we were at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You were gracious enough to let me come in and do some kickboxing. First of all, how do you think I did?
You did great.
You think I did great, really?
Absolutely.
All day I was
Absolutely.
like, oh man,
Yeah.
this crowd in the pads, all those videos and pictures you sent me, I was like, oh man, I was right up in the grill. I not as sore today as I thought I would be,
Okay.
but I am a little sore. My thigh particularly is a little sore, and my abs are a little sore, which is weird. Because I don't think I did catch a little bit of a front kick yesterday, if you remember correctly. I don't know if you did.
I don't remember this.
But thanks for letting me come in yesterday. It was a lot of fun.
Sure.
We'll share that footage later in this episode, which I'm sure people are ready to see. Particularly, a lot of people wanted to see you beat the shit out of them,
Yeah.
which I don't know how I feel about that, really. But it was really fun yesterday. And something we were going to talk about today is you are looking to fight soon, right?
Yep.
Soon being, when are we looking?
Probably the end of winter, maybe spring.
And you've been training with Joe for how long?
Close to a year and a half.
Year and a
About
half.
a year and a half, yeah.
Yep.
What do you think she's going to fare well?
I think she's going to do great. Most of her training partners are guys. Which
Kevin?
Is,
You train
yeah,
with Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
and a lot of our
That's
crew.
great.
I think that's pretty common with a lot of girls in combat sports, either MMA or kickboxing. Most
Right.
of their training partners are guys. But I think she's going to do fine.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, from what I felt yesterday, I think you'll be all right.
Thanks.
Are you excited to fight?
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it before. Yeah, I can't imagine.
am.
Like, we talked yesterday, you used to fight as well.
Yeah.
You've got a ton of experience walking to the octagon, right? Cage?
The cage, yeah. Yeah, I've fought in a cage and a ring.
Nice.
And, yeah.
We were talking yesterday that I love about MMA. First of all, we were talking about the technical aspects of it yesterday, but like the adrenaline that has to be running through your body, walking in there, and then being locked inside of a cage. What is that like?
It's pretty intense. Very
I can
intense.
imagine.
Yeah. A good rule of thumb, there's a Jackson Wink in New Mexico.
Right.
They won't let anyone fight in the cage until they have a couple kickboxing matches and a couple jiu-jitsu matches.
Sure.
Mainly for adrenaline dump and for just nerves.
Right.
Because it is intense, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Someone who's never wrestled in high school or never like been on a basketball court or football field and goes and gets in a cage the first time and they just don't know how to handle it.
Right. So did you do any wrestling in high school or anything?
I wrestled a little bit and I wrestled club in the
You
Navy.
told me you're from Lima, right?
I grew up around Lima, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what made you decide, hey, I want to take up kickboxing?
I don't know.
Was it just like a whim? You were like, hey, I want to try this.
That's exactly what it was.
And-
I wanted to box, and I was told of VO2, and I gave him a call. And the first day I came up to work with him, he asked me if I was interested in kickboxing. Sure.
You're
I played
like, yeah,
soccer,
let's do
might
this.
as well.
Now tell me like how you went about like starting the gym and everything.
Well, I originally had a business partner and he and I fought together, trained together. I cornered him. Good kid from Granville. His name's Trent Wills. And we had trained at a few other studios around Newark. And the place we mainly trained at went out of business. 5 months later, he called me out of the blue and said, hey, do you want to start a gym? And I didn't even think about it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. He goes, good, I already have a spot. It's by your house. I'm like,
Perfect.
What are you talking about? So it's in the Cherry Valley Plaza, which is not far from where our subdivision is, where
Right.
my wife Sally and I live. And so we called John, the jiu-jitsu guy. Trent brought his people that were training with him. I kind of brought a crew with me, my wife, who was doing some cardio kickboxing and personal training in the basement. We kind of put our forces together and formed VO2 Fitness, and we started in July of 2013.
Nice.
So we've
and
been
it's a
going
nice
strong.
gym.
Thank
I
you.
had fun yesterday.
Good.
I felt like I almost broke code yesterday by walking on the mat with I had my socks on, so shoes weren't on.
Right.
But I did feel like, hey, I broke some code. But you told me I was fine, so that made me feel comfortable, more comfortable.
I've done it.
Now, typically, how many people do you have like in a class?
Well, I
Does it
mean, we
just
have.
vary?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
varies. I mean, the fitness aspect of VO2 Fitness are cardio kickboxing, box fit, insanity, flex, and a few other fitness classes.
Gotcha.
Anywhere between 10 and 20 people per class. Our kickboxing group meets in the mornings 3 days a week, and then on Saturdays also, and we have between 7 and 15. And then the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu is separate. John owns that company.
Right.
And they have classes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, and Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk for a minute. How many... You usually spar with, you were saying men, right? Train with men?
Yeah.
How about the other women that are in the class? Train with a lot more women, too?
What, 2?
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 other ladies that come,
Right.
and they'll put on gloves and spar
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Because we were touching base, the reason I brought it up is because we were touching base before we started about just the growth of women's combat sports in general.
Yeah.
It's just like it's starting to take off these past couple of years, especially.
Oh yeah, more women in MMA, more women kickboxers, jiu-jitsu. Women's combat sports is growing, and that's great.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at Gina Carano and people like that, and then Ronda Rousey, and it's almost like I felt like when Ronda kind of got beat and went down her downcline, it was because the women had caught up skill wise with that. And I don't know how your feelings are about Ronda.
I agree 100%. Women started catching up, and
Right.
she needed to train somewhere else.
I felt like
there's a lot of stories about her training
her
partners
training,
and her main trainer.
Right.
I don't.
Because also I think her husband, Matt Brown, right, trained with that same camp, I believe, right?
Not Matt
Is that
Brown,
Right? Not Matt Brown. I can't think of his
The
name.
tall guy,
Travis Brown.
Travis Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He trained there at that gym too, right?
Yes.
And I think he started losing a couple as well.
Yeah.
And it seemed like we'll get your perspective on it, but her last couple fights, it was like, hey, I don't know what you're doing here strategy wise.
Right.
Trying to stand toe to toe with a world class kickboxer.
Yeah.
And Holly Holm doesn't usually fare too well.
Yeah, I mean, you're a bronze medalist in judo. Your ground skills are unparalleled. Your
Right.
clinch game is great, but you want to stand and bang. I mean, that happens a lot in MMA. Someone who's a really, really, really good jiu-jitsu guy, and he's fighting a world-class striker, and he goes, I'm going to stand and bang with this
Right,
guy.
right.
And it doesn't turn out well very often for those people. It's, stick with your game plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're looking to fight, is it
Yeah.
going to be strictly, are we going for kickboxing?
Yes.
Yeah, Jess wants
Yeah.
to kickbox.
Yeah.
You ever thought about doing the MMA thing?
Yeah.
Do you think I could see her judo tossing somebody to the ground?
Maybe, yeah.
Hammering them home. But I think that's a fun thing about MMA though too, is just the different aspects of fighting that are all intertwined in it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
for one love kickboxers because I feel like they're more exciting. I think what is it? Answer me this: what is the difference between Muay Thai and kickboxing? Is it the same thing?
Well, yeah, Muay Thai, you're throwing elbows.
Yeah.
And
And knees.
knees, clinch game. I mean, different, like Glory and K1
Right.
have different rule sets. And then the different Muay Thai organizations have different rule sets.
Gotcha.
Like Glory, which is really popular right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think Glory, they don't throw elbows. And just like the difference between Pride and UFC back in the day. Pride, you could soccer kick someone in the head. UFC,
Right.
you can't kick someone in the
Right.
head on the ground.
Yep.
UFC, you could throw elbows. Pride, you couldn't throw elbows.
Gotcha.
So each one's different. But generally, you're kicking and punching and doing 99% of the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, have the rules in kickboxing have they changed throughout the years? Like things that you can't do now that you used to be able to do, similar to MMA.
Well, in the big leagues, maybe a little bit, but like I said, the organizations are different. You just have to know your rule set.
Right.
And
And then, like per match that you go to.
yeah, and Ohio amateur, you're not going to throw elbows.
Right.
Just like Ohio MMA amateur, no
Right.
head kicks, no elbows.
We were talking yesterday. I asked you what would be a good fighting nickname for me. I think I came up with it. I think I need to be called the late Model Buick.
Ooh.
I think that fits my body frame.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not built for style, but I'm built for comfort. And I think that would your thoughts on that nickname? You think that would be fitting?
my second car in high school was a Buick Century Limited.
Well, you know what? And I
pretty sweet.
felt like when you were working with me yesterday that you'd had prior experience.
Yeah, with
the
Buicks,
Buick.
yeah.
So I feel
Yeah.
like now even more so, I feel like that's a good
Yeah.
nickname.
It was an 83. It was this tan.
Perfect.
car.
That's about the year I was.
Mine was an
before.
89.
You had a Buick as well?
I had a Buick.
An 89 Buick.
That was my first
So
car.
83, 89 Buick. So, I feel like that's why you guys could relate to me a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I decided prior to showing the footage from yesterday, I'm going to do a little tail of the tape here in front of the green screen, and I think I'm going to put that nickname in there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to have to put that as my
That'd be
nickname.
good.
Yeah.
And I might fudge my weight numbers and stuff like that
Sure.
a little bit. Like you have to. Maybe give myself a little bit more,
Right.
height.
It's a great screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do anything with it, right? We were also talking, about the fights last night, UFC fights. I didn't see the whole pay-per-view, obviously. I did watch some of the pre-card, like the card before the main card. Last night, Nate Diaz went off. I don't know if you saw any
He
clips
did.
of that.
Yeah, I watched most of that fight.
Oh, God, that guy's a maniac. The
He's-
Diaz brothers in general.
Incredibly talented.
And then we were talking about the DC Stipe fight. Ohio has another champion.
They do. Stipe brought the belt back. to
Cleveland.
Ohio.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what's going on in Cleveland lately,
Yeah.
past couple of years. Do you have any favorite fighters, either one of you, that you watch right now? Do you watch a lot of UFC?
I usually work Saturday nights,
So
I put
you
it on
can.
the TV when I can, and I'm running by it.
Because I know the UFC Fight Pass, they do have like a lot of other, like they have kickboxing and jiu-jitsu stuff on there.
Yep.
I'd like to watch some of that stuff every
They
now
do.
and then.
They do.
But do you have like any fighters that you like?
I was a big Dan Henderson fan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like Dan Henderson.
Yeah.
Hendo.
Yeah.
We were talking yesterday about the Dan Henderson and Michael Bisping fight. Oh, brutal knockout that one was.
Yeah, don't circle into someone's
No,
power.
and I learned that. Well, I didn't learn it yesterday, but
Turn
I was
right
made
into
aware.
it.
Yeah.
No, we were the second. Was it the second fight that they had? I felt like Dan won that fight. I think that was the one where Bisping was champ at that point.
Yeah.
I felt like Henderson won that fight.
That one did go to decision, didn't it?
Yeah, and if you
Yeah.
look at Bisping, clearly they don't, roll fights off of who looks the worst.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Bisbee looked pretty rough in that fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about like the community around Ohio as far as kickboxing. Like, if I wanted to go watch some kickboxing, where could I look to find that? Those details.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, there's some organizations in Columbus that put on fights, and then there's one up in Lima, and there's some in West Virginia. There's Akron, Canton, for amateur and pro. I mean, they're going to put on fight cards just like MMA fight cards,
Right.
through the same type of promoter network.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to. I told you yesterday, I've never actually seen a fight. I want to go see a card sometime. And I know our friend Mike was talking about fighting here, and I don't know if he's
Yeah.
doing that now because he got injured, had surgery. But definitely going to be at your fight.
Please do.
I'm looking forward to that.
Please do.
Will you have like any other people that train with you be fighting?
I mean, that's always possible. I
On the
mean,
fence sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, John and the 10th Planet crew, they've got a couple guys that are active MMA fighters. And then there are some amateurs and pros that'll come in and train with us and kickbox with us every now and then, but none other than I can think of anytime soon, no.
Cool. And then people want to sign up for the classes. You guys have a website, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'll be posting that on here. You guys can click that. It'll be underneath this episode as well. You guys have an Instagram page as well.
We
I'll
do.
put that on there. So they can call, stop in, sign up for classes.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Come in, you can try a class for free and see what they want to do.
I
If
did
they
that
want to
yesterday,
stick
and it
more
was a
fitness
blast.
based, or if they want to
There's a
actually do
lot
some
of different
kickboxing.
classes.
Yeah, we do a lot of different things.
So
there.
does your wife, is she a trainer there as well?
Yeah.
And she does the cardio kickboxing.
Yeah, she teaches a lot of classes, mainly cardio kickboxing.
Now, what does that entail?
I mean, you've got on MMA gloves, you're kicking, you're punching, you're doing push-ups, you're doing burpees,
So
you're
that's
doing
a-
ab work, you're on the bags, on the floor, on the bags. It's an intense
That would have been the
45
one I would have
minutes or an
died in.
hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very fast paced.
Yeah.
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 What are you guys' thoughts on the CrossFit?
I'm for it.
You're all for it.
I'm for it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's a workout. Let's be
yeah, it's
honest.
a workout. No, I mean, CrossFit is very, very popular.
Yeah.
There's a lot of CrossFit places in Central Ohio. I mean, you're doing a lot of good lifts. You're doing dips and pull-ups, body weight, benching, and everything they do. I mean, I don't think anyone can say anything bad about CrossFit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. This is one thing I do like about, signing up for classes and doing kickboxing or jiu-jitsu or whatever it is. I like the aspect that you're learning a skill that you could actually apply in life if you needed to.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to run into somebody in a dark alley and have to head kick them. But
I might enjoy that.
Yeah, I have that feeling. Yeah. But if you need it, you have that. And I like that. I like that thought. So that was always kind of like an idea of why I wanted to get into it.
Yeah. I mean, you see those videos, some dummy runs into a experienced boxer or kickboxer, or, somebody tries to tackle a Brazilian jiu-jitsu, even blue belt or purple belt, they're going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was I think there was a video with some guy trying to rob a woman.
Yes.
In like Rio de Janeiro or someplace. Mm-hmm. And she was a badass. And yeah, that guy got the hell beat out of him. It was not pretty.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you pick with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Especially now where more people are, becoming, well versed in jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and what have you. So yeah, I'll have the website so you guys can go check that out. Sign up for classes. It was fun, and you made me feel very comfortable, and so did you yesterday. And so did Kevin. I had so much fun. And I asked my girlfriend afterwards, how did it look? And she laughed. So she was like, well, I think you're going to need a couple more classes. And I said, well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for having me in. So, yeah, go to the website, go to the Instagram page. Let's pray. You don't post any of the Instagram stuff, obviously, especially you.
I held
from
on.
Yesterday. Yeah, I bet you did.
I didn't know what you wanted, so
no, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you guys so much for doing this, though. I mean, is there anything else we didn't touch on?
I think we got it.
Yeah, I think so, right?
I think.
All right, so you guys go check out Instagram. You guys have a Facebook page as well?
We do.
Yep.
All right, so I'll post that on
VO2
there as well. And then sign up for classes. Have fun. Thank you so much, you guys, for doing this.
Thanks for having us in.
Yeah. You guys check out another episode next week of Joby Butler Has a Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of Joby Butler Has a Podcast. Tentatively, it might be changed to Joby Butler Has a Heart Attack, which will be one episode long. It'll end at Lincoln Memorial Hospital. Today, I'm joined good folks here at VO2 Fitness and also murderers after today. Joe, Jessica, Kevin. First of all, thank you for having me. We've already done the training to get ready to kick to the episode. But I'm going to tell you right now, I felt good about my performance. These two, I think, need work. Mm-hmm. But I think with your skills, your teaching, I think they'll be all right.
Thank you.
So we'll just go ahead and kick right now to the footage of you guys trying to murder.
are born from great opportunity.
You shouldn't have any doubt in your mind about what you're supposed to do tonight and about how you're supposed to do it.
This is your time.
No, I don't want them to gain another yard.
We gotta go out there and we gotta take it.
You take their game and you shove it right back in their face.
That's how winning is done.
Team is something you belong to, something you feel, something you have to earn.
If we don't come together,
It's over.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of it.
I'll ask you one last time.
To be the best that you can be.
Play like champions.
Round one. Fight.
Not good. Not good, Steve. Get one of those in. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna check. Well, also, when running. Right. What do you think about this head? Nice. Good combo. Alright, mix it up a little bit. 6 rounds right here. 20 seconds. I felt that up in the hand for me. A little hollow here. Time, I got like 5 punches in. Good job. That was great. For those watching, I wouldn't subject yourself to that. I felt the one in my ass, I'm not gonna lie.
What's that, Frank?